Hi, I'm Charlize, and this is My Femme Truth. Last episode, I took you on my very first shopping spree with my partner for clothes that were finally for me. Not borrowed, not imagined, real. Now I was heading back to work, behind the wheel of my flat deck truck. But everything had changed. Because this time, packed between the socks and work shirts in my bag were panties, nylons, tops with a gentle stretch and feminine cut, and high heel boots I couldn't wait to feel again. This is the story of what happened when I took her on the road. It was late January, a frosty morning, the kind where your breath hangs in the air and everything outside your cab looks like it's been dipped in powdered sugar. I loaded up the truck in Calgary and pointed it north, headed through Edmonton and beyond, into the snowy stretches of northern Alberta. I'd done this run 100 times before, but this time everything felt different. Because this time, I wasn't just Charles, the driver. I had her tucked into every pocket, every seam, every thought. And the quiet hum of the truck became the drumbeat to a new version of me. That first night, I parked at a quiet rest stop outside Valley View. The sun dipped below the trees, and I sat in the truck watching the shadows cross the dashboard. When it was dark enough, I pulled the privacy curtain around my sleeper. This was my sanctuary, and slowly I undressed and redressed. Panties first, then nylons, carefully slid up legs that I had shaved smooth during the weekend just days earlier. A simple long-sleeved woman's tee, soft, stretchy lounge pants with a feminine taper, and finally, just for me, the high-heeled ankle boots. I stood in the narrow space between the bunk and the door, looked in my tiny mirror mounted above, and whispered, "Hi." It wasn't a big reveal. There was no makeup, no wig, no name, not yet. But she was in there, smiling back at me. And I felt beautiful. Every weekend, I found ways to pamper myself at home. But I carried bath supplies, scented soaps, razors, and baby oil gel. I used truck stop showers when I could. But more often, I made do in the truck, heating water, creating makeshift soak station using a small basin. It wasn't glamorous, but it was mine. Those moments, shaving my legs with care, moisturizing afterwards, slipping into clean panties and a soft top, became sacred. They were rituals of a woman living in secret, but not in shame. They were affirming, deliberate, holy. I started ordering pink cherry again. Lace panties, silky teddies, soft robes. Warehouse 1 became a regular scroll when I should have been sleeping. Amazon was my playground. With each delivery, I felt more alive and more lost in it. I was ordering so much, I started hiding some of the packaging from myself. The addiction wasn't just to the clothes. It was to the feeling the clothes gave me. Each new item filled a gap I hadn't known how to name. Every parcel that arrived felt like a little love letter to a version of me I was just starting to meet. I wasn't just dressing up anymore. I was building her, piece by piece, thread by thread. During the day, I was Charles. All cap, hoodie, steel-toed boots. I joked with dispatch. I strapped down loads. I hit the driver thrust and mingled with other drivers. But underneath, I was layered in her. Women's socks, stretchy women's jeans, a V-neck top that looked just natural enough to pass. And under all of that, panties and nylons. A cami, sometimes even sports bra, just to feel her closer. And here's the thing. No one knew. No one ever knew. And yet, I never felt more seen by myself. One night I parked outside Dawson Creek. I set up my little mirror. I had just put on a light purple cami and some new cotton bikini cut panties I ordered 2 weeks earlier. I was exhausted, but I caught sight of myself and just stopped. There she was. Still no name, still no wig, no makeup. But something had changed. It was in the way I stood, the way I smiled, the way my shoulders relaxed, like I wasn't fighting gravity anymore. You're her, I whispered. That was the night I knew I needed more. Not just clothes, but expression. I didn't just want to feel her, I wanted to see her. The clothes set me free, but something was still missing. I needed to take another step, a bold one. And so I called Diva Dave. He's flamboyant, fearless, fabulous, and he offered to help. First, he waxed and shaped my eyebrows into a more feminine arch. Then he did my makeup, full face, contour, lashes, the works. And at the end, he smiled and said, "Now all you need is hair." And just like that, I walked out with my very first wig, one that changed everything. In episode 9, Becoming Her in the Mirror, I'll share the moment I looked at myself and truly saw her for the first time. Until then, like, share, and follow My Femme Truth. You're not just listening to my story. You're watching a woman be born.